They said I couldn't sit there. I sat everywhere. It started my first day at the new office. I walked in with my coffee, found an empty desk by the window, and started setting up my laptop. That's when Laura appeared. That's Tyler's desk. She said it like I'd just committed a felony. I looked around. Tyler isn't here. He comes in at 10. That's his spot. You need to move. I moved. Found another empty desk near the kitchen. Set up my stuff again. 20 minutes later, a guy named Sean tapped my shoulder. Hey, that's where the sales team sits during lunch. You can't be here. I moved again. This time to a desk in the corner. Quiet. Out of the way. Perfect. Wrong. A woman named Eileen informed me that desk was reserved for visiting clients. Even though no clients were scheduled. Even though the desk had dust on it. Even though I just needed somewhere to work. By noon, I'd been kicked out of 4 different spots. Each time, someone had a reason. Tyler's desk, sales team's lunch spot, client desk, too close to the conference room. I finally found an empty chair in the break room and ate my sandwich standing up because apparently that chair was Marcy's and she needed it for her back. I went to HR after lunch. Is there assigned seating here? I asked. The HR woman looked confused. No, it's open seating. Sit wherever you like. I showed her my notes. 4 desks, 4 rejections. All before noon. She shrugged. People can be territorial. Just find a spot and stay there. That night I went home and started planning. The next morning I arrived at 6 a.m. before anyone else. I walked through the entire office with a roll of tape and a marker. I put my name on every single desk. Not permanently, just tape with my name written on it. Every desk, every chair, every stool in the break room, even the bean bags in the creative corner. Then I sat at Tyler's desk and waited. Laura arrived at 8:30. Her face went purple when she saw me. That's Tyler's desk. Actually, I pointed at the tape. It's my desk now. My name's on it. She sputtered. You can't just put your name on things. I shrugged. That's exactly what you told me yesterday. This is Tyler's spot. This is the sales team's spot. This is Marcy's chair. If names mean ownership, then I own everything now. She stormed off to get the office manager. The office manager was a guy named Greg. He walked over with Laura trailing behind him like an angry shadow. What's going on here? Greg asked. I explained. Yesterday, I was told I couldn't sit anywhere because every spot belonged to someone. Today, I decided to solve that problem. Greg looked around at all the tape. You put your name on every desk? Every single one. Also, the conference room chairs, and the break room, and the outdoor picnic tables. This is ridiculous. He started pulling tape off desks. You can't claim the entire office. Then nobody can claim any of it. I stood up. Either we have open seating like HR says, or we have assigned seating. But we can't have this system where I get kicked out of every chair because someone decided it's theirs. Laura's face was still purple. This is childish. So is telling the new guy he can't sit at an empty desk because someone who isn't here might want it later. Greg stopped pulling tape. He looked at Laura, then at me, then at the tape, still covering most of the office. He called an all-hands meeting at 9 a.m. We're implementing a new policy, he announced to everyone. Open seating means open seating. No one owns any desk. First come, first served. If you want a specific spot, arrive earlier. Laura raised her hand. But Tyler always sits by the window. Then Tyler can arrive at 6 a.m. like our new employee did today. The meeting ended. People shuffled back to their desks. Some were annoyed, some were laughing. Tyler arrived at 10 and found someone else in his window seat for the first time in 3 years. He complained to Greg. Greg pointed at me across the room. Talk to the guy who put his name on every chair in the building. He's the reason we have actual rules now. Tyler walked over to me. I expected anger. Instead, he started laughing. You really taped your name on everything? Everything. Even the toilet seats. He sat down across from me, in what used to be Sean's lunch spot. Respect, he said. I've hated that stupid territory system for years. Nobody ever did anything about it. I pulled the tape off the desk between us. Now nobody has to. The office has been different ever since. Open seating actually means open seating. Laura still glares at me sometimes, but she glares from a different desk every day now, just like everyone else.